Hello, everyone,
Bro.
and welcome
Well,
to the Sith Dominion. This is your host,
Hello.
Dr. Dana Martin. You're not, you're not gonna believe what just happened. Literally, just happened in the freaking intro. But welcome, Cam, shall not be infringed, and my dearest favorite son, lack of options, Zane. How you
damn.
doing? How you guys doing?
Daddy.
So I hid behind. Y'all saw me hide behind and take two drags off of my geek bar. And
God.
yeah, I got warned on TikTok just for that. Like now you have age restriction because like, are you kidding me? I literally, what is the deal, man? What is this? I feel like I'm on. I don't know. I don't think we should probably go into it super in depth, but shall not be infringed maybe is the theme for tonight, man. Like,
Guys,
stay out of
What's
my
the
life.
theme? If you're a
Stay-
Fed, hop out. We don't need you here. We don't need the Feds here.
The
Don't want
Fed.
you
Feds
here.
here. Get
You
out.
know,
We don't
those
want
people with
you
all
here.
that power that were never actually voted into power. Yeah,
We're
those
just trying to have a guys' night. No Feds allowed.
guys.
No Feds.
Don't sweat.
Get out. Get out. We don't like them.
We'll give you a
No, we
second.
don't.
We'll give you a second. It's fine.
No seconds. Get out of the chat. We don't want you here.
We do have two people watching. One is probably a Fed.
Okay, so now that the Feds are gone, my illegal stash of
Oh, please, let's not. They're gonna be a
I
bang
don't-
at your door.
I don't want people that are hiding the Diddy and Epstein lists in our chat. Personally, that's just me
That's
though.
right. I agree. You shouldn't be hiding it. Let it go.
Shout out to Cash Patel. We love you, buddy.
The truth shall set you free. Speaking of truths, I have a truth, or maybe I have a confession.
Dana's a Fed.
I ditched the Andor show, part 2 and part 3, because why do it right now when Andor's coming out next year and we should then review it then. So that's what we're going to do tonight. We are going to talk about Star Wars, Legos, and Star Wars holiday special, and just talk. And I'm telling you right now, it's because I was totally jealous when I was gone that they had a non-structured show and just vibed for an hour and 15 minutes. Now, hold on. I'm not done. Even trying to just vibe, I can't have a just vibe show. I still made an outline. It's just not as thick as a normal outline.
So can I or can I not allegedly play Minecraft during this?
That's too funny.
Play the craft.
Oh, that's 2 out of 3 votes.
Oh, no. Anyway, so Debbie is missing this evening. Hope you get some rest, Debbie. She works very hard, and especially at this time of year, being in the healthcare industry. Topic for another time. Maybe an after dark. That's always fun.
I'm not getting my flu shot.
Not either. Oh, so yeah. Did you know? I didn't know this, and I had to look it up to make sure that, like, never, not one time have they ever guessed right on what strain it was that was going to be the most influential or whatever, like, or the whatever most infections by whatever strain, and they've never been right. So I'm like, well, okay, I'll roll the dice. Sounds good to me.
Must be nice having a
But-
choice.
People do you, whatever you subscribe to, you do you. Just don't force me. I shall not be infringed. So
Boy.
I shall not also be infringed because I don't know what to think about this skeleton. We're gonna just talk briefly about that because those of you that do watch, you want to jump on to Discord tonight live. I don't know what just happened to my internet. Okay, jump on live tonight. We're gonna do a watch party and our Discord server. So jump over to Linktree / @Sith Dominion and at the Sith Dominion and click on that first link. I don't know. It was broken earlier today. I think I fixed it. So if it is broken, just tell Zane and he'll fix it. So yeah, we're gonna watch that tonight. We had a good time doing Rise of Skywalker like that. It was just a handful of people. A good time. We were doing other things clearly while Rise of Skywalker was playing. But and then it ended up we were like Waldorf and whatever the other Muppet's name is up top, just making commentary.
That was funny.
It was super fun. So we're gonna do that tonight. After dark, go hit up the Discord server and we'll see you there.
Yeah. I will say
Yeah.
I watched the first part of it, and I don't want to say I was impressed, but it really did feel like a Goonies Star Wars Goonies.
Okay.
From the bit I saw. So it wasn't mid like Acolyte started off, it wasn't bad like Book of Boba Fett. Well, actually the beginning was good. But I was pretty good for what I've seen.
How many minutes?
Is that really a good?
No, how many minutes did you watch? Like
Yeah.
you can't just off the top of your head, like ballpark.
Ballpark? No, I can't ballpark. It's okay. We got 5 seconds. You want to count them?
5 seconds.
I watched a total of 20 minutes.
Okay. You looked up and thought about it. That's great.
Well,
so it's about halfway through. Are they 45-minute episodes? Like
the first one's a 39. I think the second one first one's 49, second one's 32. So I'm assuming they'll be 30-minute episodes.
All right, we need our cinephile to step in here. Should not be a Fred boy. Tell me, do you know what the budget is per show for this?
Absolutely not. I haven't tried to set any expectations for myself on this show. I want to go in not knowing as little as I can personally.
Agreed.
So that might be bad on my part for not having much to say, but I want to go in with as little as I can ahead of time for the show.
So I will not spoil how much it was per episode.
No, I don't know. Do you,
Cameron? You wanna deafen
shut
for a
your
second?
ears?
I mean, it'll be fine.
Okay, so the budget for the show is around 136 million, which is about 17 million per episode for 8 episodes.
Okay.
Where's that comparable to the other shows?
It's 180 million for the Acolyte.
We don't have to talk about that show.
Yeah. Acolyte was Mandalorian was 15 per episode.
Yeah.
So it's a little more than Mandalorian, and I can tell. A lot of the animation CGI and just full of makeup VX.
It's good.
Really good.
I heard there's a good mix of actual and CGI, so that it's real seamless. So there was something I did see, and now I have this preconceived looking for something cool. We'll see.
It both feels like a live action with CGI and like an animated movie with live action effects.
Like Roger Rabbit? No.
Yeah, it's a little. You can tell the difference with those.
I can't believe I just did that. What an
That was
idiot.
pretty cringe, brother. Pretty
Yeah, it was.
Cringe.
We love you, though.
Where's our cringe button?
We love you, there, brother.
The cringe button. Skeleton Crew, surrounding. I enjoy watching Goonies type movies. I think they're fun. They've always been fun, but I'm a Gen Xer and that's what we grew up with, right? So if that's really what this is, fine, great. And I don't want to get my hopes up the way I did for the Acolyte, because man, that bubble burst so hard, and it fell so long. It was.
I feel like eventually the third episode of that show will be talked about as one of the worst episodes of pure television to ever grace our screen.
I'm sure it will be used as an example.
I think
Because that's what literally people turned off their televisions after that.
Lucasfilm circa 2016 should be taught in business schools on how to not run a business.
How to Sell Your Company and Wash Your Hands of Something by George.
Just shout out to him, brother.
Wow. I'm looking forward to it. I'll see you tonight on the Discord server.
I love Jude Law, so I'll be there.
Yeah. Jude Law, man, he's an interesting cat. he seems to be like the forever or perennial support actor. It seems he has a lot of support roles, but those roles that they're not throwaway roles by any stretch of the imagination. And he's a hell of an actor. And this is where I'm getting afraid. Carrie Ann Moss, hell of an actress. Again, what's his name? That played Sal. Sai. What was his
Soul.
character? Soul. Hell of an act. Great actors within the sphere of that show, but what they were having to do was terrible. So let's hope for these children's sake that they did this right, because we know how nasty some of those folks can be online. Do you think those people are just, they ain't got nothing else better to do than to tear down a child actor?
Hell yeah.
I want to talk about this for a minute, man, because this, like, when yes, there are toxic pieces of groups within fandoms. It's everywhere. And maybe because we're immersed in Star Wars, I didn't get that feeling like that in any other disagreement within the realm of, say, Star Trek or Potter or whatever. I didn't hear it, but maybe I'm not in those fandoms, so I don't know. Is there another group that is as vile as I feel like some of these folks are within the Star Wars fandom?
League of Legends players.
Yeah.
League of Legends?
Riot game players in general.
Most Blizzard game players as well.
Yeah. I'll say though, Dana, from my perspective, I think it really started with Phantom Menace with the Jake Lloyd backlash. And I'll say too, I mean, there wasn't Facebook, Twitter, nothing like that back in the day. I mean, that was all media. I mean, I'm sure people your age, I mean, wasn't exactly what you thought it was going to be, and didn't really like it. But it's like, I think the media is partially to blame for really lighting that fire with Jake Lloyd in the Phantom Menace, and but now it's just everybody's voices can be heard instantly, and it's a free app practically. Most of them are, and there's just a lot of incels and terrible people with too much time on their hands that live for that stuff. And you notice all the people that talk all the shit, that they're all, I mean, they don't have actual profile pictures of themselves, right? Like it's a anime profile pic. OG Twitter had the egg, like it's almost bot like. But I mean, Star Wars, I think, is the worst, just because of the fact of one particular movie in 2016 that I think truly divided the fan base to a point I don't think it's ever going to return to. Even I don't know, 2011, 2012 Star Wars before it sold,
I wish we had a Trekkie on or a Trekker on, because I think it's a good question. You made a good point that there was kind of this moment of demarcation, right, that occurred where the fandom really was divided. I don't think it was divided evenly by any stretch, but it was divided. And I feel that living through TNG in '89 or whenever it started, I was old enough to remember, like, there were people pissed off that they were redoing Star Wars or Star Trek, sorry, in a different, in the future and whatever, and you couldn't continue with Kirk, and why wouldn't you just use him? He's still, a decent age, and we're still doing movies with him, yada, yada, yada. But that was all in the papers, in the magazines, the fan mags and things of this nature that we used to have and use and read and purchase like crazy. You mentioned then that piece of divisiveness when it occurred. we were enveloped in social media. Your voice, as small as it could be, could end up being heard by George Lucas on Twitter. I mean, it's a totally different world. So I'd love to have someone else's perspective on this and how they feel that it went. What about you, Zane? Have you ever witnessed anything like that, or how do you feel about how Star Wars fans rank in their filthiness with others?
What's up,
Not
Andrew?
all.
All those
But-
comments just remind me of like back in the good old days of Halo multiplayer and Modern Warfare multiplayer, and they're just so toxic.
Yeah.
And from what, because obviously I lived through it, but I really didn't live through all the horrible stuff.
Nah, that shit was
didn't-
legendary, bro. That was a legendary time to game. Absolute. Just
Man, it was the Wild West, brother. Whew.
bro, you hadn't hit
2 a.m.
puberty.
puking up a bottle of Merlot and opening a new one and going at it again. I mean, whew.
Some of these kids, they just knew how to clap back.
Mhm.
Nowadays, none of these kids would survive.
So toxic, man. Like I'm watching these videos now of these dudes play, and I hear proximity or whatever, and they're yelling at the like. It's like, what? Why are you being such a like? Why are you even playing? You sound like you hate everything, including the game. Why are you playing the game? Sorry,
I mean, we do play
old.
Overwatch, and
I do, and I
Oh.
probably said a few things this evening that was not appropriate.
one of the few games you can hate so much but still play.
Hey man, I'm all for free speech, Andrew, but you're gonna have to pipe it down, brother. We ain't trying to talk about that in here, brother. I will make Streamlabs ban you immediately.
The moment we do this, he would get banned for the hashtag take off the shirt because
Yeah.
we haven't given him Streamlabs robot rights to do that yet.
Yeah.
Not giving that Fed rights to do nothing.
The fan is spamming in chat, guys. Can we ban this? Who's the Streamlabs guy?
All fun and games unless you gotta
Ooh, I
bail
don't.
you out and
I just saw what Andrew
for
put.
everything. Okay.
Bro, but Dana, think about this, and Zane kind of agree with this too. Think about like everything pre like, oh man, probably pre like 2014, 2015, right? Like I think around that time, that was when we really started to get the remakes were on the way. You know what I mean? And a little something called The Message started to embed itself within media and entertainment as a whole. And I think to a certain extent there is a audience for that. It may not be enough to actually pay the bills, which I think is an underrated talking point. But back in the day you had creatives, you had people that were passionate about the projects they were making. I mean, watch any video on early Bungie and just how much they invested and put into Halo, compared to 3-4 Halo Studios, whatever they want to call it now. You know what I mean? And think about the care for not only the IP but the care for the audience that you're making this IP for, and that's just gone. There's no more passionate people in the entertainment industry and a lot of the popular franchises that we know and love. And if they are making something, they're attacking the fans before it even comes out, and they're picking their fights with us now, the actual people that pay for their product, and I think now, like, really they're starting to get hopefully they're taking the hint of like, let's take out all this extracurricular stuff. And there were movies and shows back in the day that had a message that pulled things from what we're going through and what we've gone through and what we could potentially go through, but it was so not in your face. You know, it wasn't like we're gonna throw in XX controversial modern day political talking point into this, and we're gonna shove it down your throat, and you're gonna take it like a good little consumer, and we don't care if you like it. Well, now people are just like, well, I don't want to go pay to take me and my girl out to the movies, go spend 50 bucks after everything, and to know I'm just going to get like shamed for having a different point of view than the creator of this movie or show or video game
Mhm.
has. I'm just not going to waste my money, you know? And then they come back and then they're like, why isn't XY audience coming to see this? Well, it's like, well, because 2 weeks before release, you alienated XY audience, you
Yeah.
know? And I was talking about this when I was on the road with a coworker the other day. I was like, I just don't think they get it.
Mm.
I don't think they get it. And the people that do get it aren't in the positions to truly make a difference, you know? Look look at Disney stock, look at Activision stock, look at all the things that look at all the owners of these big IPs we love, Assassin's Creed, Star Wars, Marvel, Call of Duty's still arguably doing well, but that's another topic. But just look at them, and then you realize like they're kind of on a downward trend. I mean, when you take out the COVID, it's like Disney's not what it used to be. People aren't. I mean, Deadpool Wolverine, I thought was a good time. I mean, it wasn't like you could still walk up at 8 o'clock on a Friday when that movie was coming out and pretty much get a seat. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I just I've harped on this for months. I just don't think they get it.
Mhm.
They don't.
Mhm.
They are making stuff for. I mean, shout out to them. They're dying on the hill. It seems like, but they're so out of touch with their audience, and they're making stuff for the incels on Twitter. Is what they're making it for.
Yeah.
The people that they think are the actual majority of their audience, when really it's my neighbor and his wife and their 7-year-old son, and they wanted to go take him to go see a Star Wars movie on a Saturday morning,
Mhm.
matinee. But it's like, but that new Star Wars show or that new movie might have something that the parents don't agree with that they want to show their kid, you know. But then Disney comes back and says, "You're a terrible parent for not allowing like your kid to go see this." You know, it's just little stuff like that, and they just constantly attack us, and then they wonder why their stuff doesn't do well.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm wondering if it is a top-down problem, but only within those LOBs, because Marvel is hit or miss on their shows. Like Secret Invasion, I couldn't get into it, whatever. Uh, the Loki Time Lord series was amazing. I loved it. So I think there's the hit or miss that's happening right now with both of the franchises. If we're gonna just throw the two because they're under the Disney umbrella, um, if there's any sort of hidden, messaging or whatever within the Marvel stuff, I don't really feel it unless it's a whole movie like we've seen Brie Larson do these whole movies that are like that. But you know what you're getting, right? Going into it. But outside of that, I don't see that same kind of stuff in, and maybe it's just I don't dive into the Marvel stuff as much. I don't see that happening with Disney Marvel at the way I see it with Star Wars. And I could be wrong. I don't see it happening.
I mean, I feel the stuff in some of their shows. I just don't engage. I just don't engage with it. I don't care about Agatha. I don't care about. I mean, I liked Moon Knight because big Oscar Isaac fan, but like I don't care about Secret Invasion. I love Samuel L. Jackson, but I don't really care about that. You know, I just feel like Marvel's biggest problem was you had to watch a 6-episode WandaVision episode to understand what's happening in Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Like it was just too much for the average mom and dad with their kids going to watch a Marvel show for 2.5 hours in the movie theater to get their kids to be quiet and feed
And
their
they're lost the whole time. What is
Yeah.
that, Dad? Who is that? Why is that?
Yeah, last movie he was dead and now he's alive. What did we miss? And and they just assume that you're recapping it. Oh, but wait, there's a paywall behind it too. You got to pay $13.99 to watch a 45-minute show without 4 ads in the middle. You know, I don't know. I don't know. It's hit or miss. At this point, it's like, do you want to tell a good story or do you want to just push your own agenda and use a popular IP to do it? That's where I feel like the two extremes were on.
And I'm all about art, representing society. I'm an artist. I still write now and then, so I get that. And if that's something that artist feels needs, then do it. But the flip side is that, like, I don't expect everybody to enjoy or like the song that I wrote. I don't expect everybody to like the movie that I produced. I don't expect everybody to like the character that I made that has these alternative ways that are not necessarily front and center in how things were in 2000, whatever. Like, so be it, but don't get pissed if we're not gonna purchase it and consume it, to your point, right?
Yeah, but you're not writing your character. No, you're not writing that character knowingly trying to split people, right?
You think
you're not
that's really the motivation, is that there's some
oh
nefarious trying to keep us divided? I mean, I get the government does that, but really on Disney?
Lore Master, look up what douchebagel that wrote The Last Jedi said what he wanted to do with it. He said something along the lines of he wants half the audience to love it, half the audience to hate it. He thinks that's the sign of a good movie.
Really? A good movie should be entertaining first. If it's not entertaining, what are we doing? And if the whole point of it is to push something, then that's not entertaining for anybody. Even the class of people, whatever that you're trying to push for, you can be an ally and not hold someone's throat down by your shoe, right?
Going back to the god awful show we had to sit through a few months ago, dude. They could have put any insert cool looking Leslie Headland concept art Jedi in to say Ki-Adi-Mundi's line. But what does she do? She puts Ki-Adi-Mundi in there knowing that there's going to be a section of the fan base that is not going to like that because of what he says in The Phantom Menace.
Mm-hmm. They could knowingly causing controversy.
Yes. Which, I mean,
and it's not like this was a piece of lore that she's now transcribing from page of comic into live action. That's not what was happening.
No, she just throws someone in there because she knows that after people watch this episode, Ki-Adi-Mundi's going to be trending on Twitter, and it's like you're trying to be.
Which Master Jedi looks most like a crusty old rich white man?
Like, you're trying to be mega mind, mega brain, and like play the audience over, but it's like, but you're not. You're just pissing people off that are already kind of pissed off after that. After episode 3 of that show, Yep. But they just don't get it. They don't care. They want to take the creatives nowadays want to take someone else's idea, someone else's IP, and then push their own ideology onto it. And then if large section of that fan base doesn't like it, well, then they're terrible people.
I think there's an onus that has to be put in some of these instances we're discussing on the actors. In that, for instance, what happened with that other show, where before it even released, they were saying all those things and already being divisive. Um, I didn't I just I saw Wicked last week and or this weekend, and I was really looking forward to it at first, and then when the fan art of tried to mimic the poster, today's movie poster to mimic the Broadway movie poster, where it has, the hat pulled way down and the red lipstick and her face, or Glinda's face is covered as well. And the actress got all mad that plays Elphaba and like ripped this guy a new one on Twitter or whatever because she earned her face on that. All he was doing was like he's like there now it's perfect. It was
It's
still
a
her face.
callback.
It was just a call. Yes, and that's all it was. She comes out later and apologizes, but I'm sorry, your character has already been revealed to the world. So then I'm like, well, shit. Do I want to support this person? Well, I have to sacrifice my feelings of what just happened for the greater good of I know I'm gonna enjoy this. I love Wicked. I'm down. So I did, and I did enjoy it. And she was wonderful as Elphaba. There was no need to be so nasty and mean. And I think there is an onus on to the fans to be supportive of their like. Just like if someone kicks your dog, you're gonna get pissed off. Not that Star Wars is a dog, but you get my meaning, right? That's something near and dear to your heart. And when you knowingly and openly challenge me, I'm fine with that. But when you knowingly and openly try to shame me, I'm not down with that. And whether it's the acolyte, whether it's whatever, it doesn't matter. We collectively people are gonna have something to say about it. And you're gonna pay at the box office by us not purchasing. How many movies with that have I not watched just watching it at home? So it's only the $9.99 subscription and not the $20 per ticket. I'm off my soapbox. Sorry, guys. But I think they are responsible to a point as well. And I know we give the actors a big break on this show, but I think in some of these instances, they have a responsibility as well.
They do, and I mean, you can't fault them because, I mean, you're not they're. We like to think the movie stars, right, it's such a glamorous career, and in some respects, if you make it, it is. But it's like a lot of those people, they're just fighting check for check, like the rest of us. But their checks are just, they give their heart and soul for 3 to 4 months, some 6 to 10 weeks, depending upon the project, and are beholden to how it performs from a monetary perspective, but I think if you watch the Wicked interviews, and even if you watch some of the really any controversial interview that actors and the creatives on some shows do, it really just shows you how out of touch Hollywood is with the average everyday. Their average everyday consumer / fan is, not everyone is in your comment section just goo goo gagaing over how awesome and beautiful and great you are. A lot of them are just like, oh shit, Keanu Reeves is in that movie? I want to go see it. He's dope. Yeah. Neo, John Wick, whatever, like that's what I know him from, or like anything. But I think they just don't get it, and hopefully they eventually will get it. But
this is a great point too, man. Cam, you bring up Keanu Reeves. In my mind, unless he comes out on Diddy's list, I mean, he's one of the most humble, and he's had some tragedy, whatever, like we all have. But I do not feel if I were to run into this man and have a conversation, there would be this, oh my God, you're Keanu Reeves. And he's like, so like he's that guy.
I don't feel like he's going to ego you either,
Yeah.
Depending upon how you go about it, I mean,
sure.
I know, I feel like some people might just like get on their hands and knees and start bowing to him. But I feel like if you're in the same Starbucks line as Keanu Reeves and walks up to you and you just like, oh shit, this Keanu Reeves. Hey, what's up, man? He goes, how's it going? Like,
Yeah.
I think he'd be pretty chill instead of like some actors or actresses and just be like, why are you talking to me? Like, or can't you see I'm trying to just order a coffee, you know?
Yeah,
Or
Bruce Willis.
yeah,
Beat
like
the shit out of you. I'm next.
yeah, but it's like
But
I feel
those
like Keanu
guys,
would be chill.
you don't. You said, oh, is Keanu Reeves in that movie? I don't even know what it's about, but okay, cool. Let me take a look.
I'm there, baby.
That's how we feel. It's how we feel because he's a brilliant actor. Number one, we give him grief for Whoa and Point Break, and but that was the character that he was being casted as at that time. We have seen him since in everything from Much Ado About Nothing all the way to The Matrix and everything in between. And he is a fine actor and a fine person. And again, as it stands today, fine person. What happens when those individuals go on their tours for their movies? They get asked hard questions and they are very respectful in their answers and they care about the audience's reaction, not to a fault of being, not like giving up on their own convictions, because I think we could all agree the old Keanu Reeves is a dude pretty firm in his convictions, but is enough of a stand-up dude to not do things to cause controversy, understanding that yes, while any PR is good PR, that may have been a mantra of the past, but that is not, in the age of social media, how that works now. And I'm sure, again, you guys would probably agree to that.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Zane, are you playing Minecraft again, allegedly?
No. Just getting some stuff set up.
Cool. All right. So I did the poll, and overwhelmingly across all polls, whether that is TikTok, YouTube, or Facebook, the 2020 Lego Holiday Edition was the bomb diggity.
I voted for that.
I voted for the OG, and maybe it's just nostalgia, but I had it with the caveat that the 10-minute Wookiee conversation was cut out because I can't live through that.
It's
man.
part of it. It's part of it.
It's terrible. What are y'all's thoughts? I'm assuming yes, y'all have seen both. Is there anything endearing about that first one that you did like, or that you don't mind watching at least that scene or something? I mean, of course, it's a given. The animated pieces with Boba Fett, that's a given. But the other stuff, the actual film, is there anything that stuck with you over the years, or no?
No,
Wow.
nothing.
Wow, I feel like I am absolutely on an island here. Debbie.
Mm-hmm.
Debbie. Did she jump in? Janae. Nothing. Okay, we're screwed. The Lego Star Wars then. The Lego Star Wars holiday special. My son and daughter both were like, dude, you've got to watch this. This is fantastic. And I'm like, whatever. It took a year. Like, I didn't watch it when it came out. I didn't watch it till last year. And it was okay. Maybe I need to see it again. Maybe we'll do a watch party for that next week. Who knows?
Maybe.
I think I personally just watched the Rebuild the Galaxy one Sunday night, and I really enjoyed it. I think it's some of the best content they've put out. I thoroughly enjoy all Disney Lego content that's on Disney Plus personally, and I mean, I'm obviously a big Lego guy, so that plays a part, but I think it's cool, fun, and creative, in my opinion.
Jedi Steve or Jedi Bob.
Jedi Bob,
Joe.
that
Jedi
was a cool. There's a cool twist with that. I think as a whole, it was. I mean, it's 20-minute episodes, so it's. I mean, hour and a half, 4 episodes. I mean, it was a good time.
I need to watch it again. I think I was distracted because I don't really remember it. I just remember Jedi Bob. So I'll watch it again. I'll watch it again.
Good.
You should. It was a good time. I thought it really had a lot of interesting if they do something like that, like a what if, I think that could ignite some stuff in Star Wars that would be interesting for the fandom to see. To truly be like, this is a one-off. We're gonna do 6 episodes of 6 or 9, whatever episodes of what if X happened. I think that would be really entertaining, whether they do it in this Lego galaxy thing they have, or whether they just kind of do it as a one-off, like Visions. I
Mhm.
think that would be pretty. I think that would be neat and exciting, and kind of boost the Disney Plus subscribers. I mean, imagine what if Luke joins Vader at the end of Empire Strikes Back does, or what if
Anakin
Luke,
never turns.
or what if Luke and Leia were switched at birth? What if
What if Kathleen Kennedy never became? No, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's a great one.
that's a great one.
Look.
What if what if Qui-Gon lives? You
Yeah.
know? And I mean, there's a whole lot of stuff they could do there that I think would be really entertaining content for the paying Disney Plus subscriber that I am.
All right, screw all the content. I want to talk about toys.
Dirt.
Because I saw something. I asked Zane if he had it already. It was the Lego on Mortis with the or not Mortis. What was the name of the planet with Ahsoka and Balin facing off?
Oh, what is it? Is it
Yeah.
Is it Peridia?
Peridia. Yeah. So
It's something with the P, right?
I think so.
I was going to
So
say
that
Paldea,
planet
but
that
that's the
everyone was
Pokemon
on-
region.
right. All those. It's the little, whatever space where they had those rock formations coming up, and it comes with a Thrawn action figure or a Thrawn minifig too. It was pretty sick. I asked Zane if he had it. I was thinking of getting it for Charla because it's got Ahsoka in it. Ahsoka and Balin, though. I don't know if Balin's in there. Either way,
No, I don't think he's not in it. I have it. It's a very meh like base for me. Is it kind of reminds me of the Kenobi build with Vader, their first encounter. It's just a weird platform. There's just not a whole lot to the build, You're buying that for the figures that are in it. That's what you're buying that for. Like, if you're comfortable spending $49.99 or whatever it is for Ahsoka, Thrawn, Ezra, and Sabine,
Sabine. There you go.
and a Death Trooper, whatever they called them, then I think that's a good buy, in my opinion.
Excuse me. Are there any other ones coming out that I'm unaware of this holiday season?
I mean, not holiday, but I mean, they got stuff for 2025. I mean, you got Ahsoka's Jedi Interceptor. You've got the ARC 170 Starfighter, Jan 1. You've got this god-awful Grogu that they keep shoving down our throat.
Dude, Grogu was awesome. You see, I said was. They're milking that, aren't they?
They are.
Go to the well one too many times.
Hold on, I'm gonna share my screen because I have some of them pulled up.
ARC 170 because that looks pretty cool.
Yeah. I have like the whole list of them.
Okay, cool.
So this is Ahsoka one.
Man, that's a tiny one. That's not what I thought it was. Come on, guys. That's like it's like when you have the Falcon and then you have the tiny Falcon. This is the tiny Edifighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's you know what I'm saying.
Dang.
and they're charging, high prices for those 50 piece.
$70 for less than 500 pieces.
That's bullshit. Come on, guys.
This
That's
is
it.
awful.
I'm going to Temu.
That
This
one
is
man.
awful.
You can
actually
get the
kinda
same
makes
stuff at
sense.
Temu, man.
I mean,
I'm
honestly, kind of a good deal, I guess. But I hate Grogu, so won't be buying. See,
No.
these I hate.
They're
I don't.
so small and disproportionate.
I don't like these. This is terrible. I think I can't remember which one I have. I think I have Grievous's ship. But I hate these. I hate them. They're so clunky. They're really not super fun to build.
And you can't even
Dude,
when you display them, they look like they're from Fisher fucking Price.
look at
Sorry.
this, bro. 92 pieces, a mini starfighter, $30.
Holy crap!
Not even 100 pieces, bro.
And they're using, they've been using computers to generate how. It's not like they got to pay someone to build it. They just say, make it this dimension and go.
Actually, they do. It's called a master builder.
You actually.
Oh! Sounds racist.
Yeah, master builder. It's a
Listen, if you want to do that in your spare time, you do that. But not on this show. There will be no master building.
It's a knee slapper.
Have another drink of wine, Dana.
Which one do I have? I have this one. This is one of my least favorite builds that I have ever done in my life.
I don't know if you're sharing, but you're sharing the clunky, chunky ones.
Oh, hold on. I have to switch screens. The Fed Streamlabs doesn't just share my browser.
Yeah.
There you go.
That one's kind of cool.
This one's awful, bro. This was one of the worst builds I have ever done in my life.
It's the Executrix or Superstar Destroyer or whatever. I don't know. Is it the Executrix?
Executor.
Yeah.
I can't read that from here. I'm sorry. I didn't have that up.
Executor.
Okay, Executor. Man, whatever. Same thing.
That was not a fun build.
I was all excited when I saw that.
Is it just
at Walmart
tiny pieces
or
or
Target?
it just goes by?
Yeah, like putting. Oh, what the?
Oh, I have fun with the tiny pieces.
Oh, I have this mini Falcon. This was okay.
I only got that for the minifig.
It's man.
Darth Malik.
Yeah, that's why people were buying it. So like, I don't. It's hard to see, but like this part, like this external part right here, trying to get it to fit was clunky. Like this triangle part right here on the outer side, like the last part was awful. I was just getting frustrated because like one side would fit and the other side wouldn't.
That's just crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of robbery. But then like you have, I feel like you have pretty
Falcon up.
Oh yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but look at the price.
Yeah, that's
$800 one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Are
you
you
get
telling
like
me it's either the $40 or the $800? You can't do some shit in between. Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Bruh, then you have to get sequel characters. Like, what are we doing here, bruh?
What is that?
Does
it have the rectangle sensory array?
We'll throw BD-8 in there though. BD-8's fire.
Yeah, he does. It's got the rectangle sensor.
Look at this pleb.
He looks
looks like Jimmy from Yellowstone.
He looks like a master builder.
He does look like a master. He looks like every day.
Yeah,
that guy definitely built that, bro.
Definitely a master builder.
See, bro, but here.
Okay, go back to that screen you were at with all of them before I lost my crap and then realized. Wait, hold on, that sensory array. Oh, they have both of them. Okay. Not that one. Not
what
that.
do you want to see?
Where we pulled that last Falcon from that screen.
Oh. Hold up.
What in the heck is happening?
I don't know what screen you want me to share, bro.
Okay, whatever screen you yes. Okay, so hit back on that. Yes, thank you. Oh, so go back up. that tie. Keep going up. There's a man. That's chunky. You're right. It's terrible. Terrible. Keep going up. Terrible. That. I
Ooh.
want that tie. No, 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 no.
Oh, this one.
Yes, 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 yes. Oh my God, are you shitting me? $230? Who has that kind of money? This kid,
Rich
they
people.
show a kid building that bullshit. Ain't no parent right now in 2024 buying a kid a $229.99 Star Wars Lego. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna give you the cheat code here, brother. Here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna buy this, and you're gonna build it on stream, and then you're gonna write that shit off.
And then you're gonna put it all back in the bags and sell it.
Again with the write-offs. I still have to be able to front the money, and that's the problem. Okay.
Put it on the credit card.
It'll be fine.
No more room. It's like if a gnat farted on top of my card, the card would shatter. You can't. There's too much going on in this life right now. All right. That is the one I want. So all of you out there in Legoland, I come in a size 229.99 for the tie. It's not the tie advance. I think it's the Interceptor. That is a beautiful. It's beautiful. Do you have that one yet, or will you be getting it?
No.
So one of my pride and joys is the 2 scale Target exclusive from the year 1999. I think it was 99, and it is right up there. 2 scale. So what, like when we would have the TIE Fighter ion panel or solar array panels, they were super small compared to what you would see in the movies. And I think it was just I don't know if it was packaging or it would break or whatever. So they finally released the first full 2 scale version of that sucker, and I got it. Next to it was the 2 scale Lambda shuttle, and then next to it over here is the 2 scale TIE Advance X1, which was, we all know, Vader. I got all 3 of those, and I was broke. Like my poor kids were eating like mashed up green beans for dinner because I had to do it. Same with those lightsabers. So the question is, how do you control yourself around this time of year when the sales happen and you can get those sets for super cheap, or other Star Wars toys? Or Lego's pretty much all that you're doing, Cam?
I'll do the occasional Black Series or book, or just depends. I've been trying to not buy stuff because I have the Dark Falcon and the Star Destroyer that I still haven't built. Partially, I mean, I'm just kind of maxed out at room in our crib right now, and I don't want to have clutter or nothing. So, but honestly, like, there's just, at this point, if I'm buying Legos, I'm just buying for the figs, and then I'm only buying like a Black Series if it's like a Star Killer or a really kind of rare figure that for a character I like. I mean, outside of that, I'm just buying Star Wars books and putting them on the shelf till I can read them.
Zane, you're a man of many jobs, so you have lots of disposable income. What is it outside of drums or percussion things on the Star Wars side do you think that you've been watching for or looking for over the sales?
Well, I always have my eye on the records. Trying to get soundtracks.
Ooh, that's a whole nother world, man.
I mean, other than that, you're talking lightsabers, just to look at, to look pretty. For the first time ever, I found those top trading cards. But there was the set from this last year, so I might have to look into getting some more of those. But anything Thrawn, I just want anything Thrawn. anything Revan a little less. You know, I'm always looking at pop figures.
What's your take on pop figures? You got any, Cam?
Yeah, I got a couple. Woods will be in like a Walgreens or something and might find me an exclusive or something, but I'm not actively hunting for stuff. I really want my display for Star Wars to be pretty clean, so I'm not a big clutter guy. I really want I don't know. Sometimes I get like it's so stupid, but I feel like I get really overwhelmed when I have a lot of Star Wars stuff like sitting. What's this showing this that she got me? It's a glow in the dark Luke.
Oh my goodness, that's awesome.
So it like kind of glows in the dark when when the lights are off in the living room. So it's kind of sick. But honestly, the one thing that I want, and it's shocking because I'm like 50-50 on the comic, and if I really agree with the decisions being made, I really want the Hot Toys Dark Empire Luke because I think it looks sick.
I gotta look that up. Pull that up. I don't know what that is.
All right, I'll find it.
Is right. This is the hot take here of the night. I spent a little time in the Luke Skywalker land over the weekend. I had Zane here over the weekend just for a day. So outside of that, I was really coming across different versions of Luke, and what spawned it was the comics, Zane, that you shared, which I want you to talk about here. Good God!
So you got like the collector's edition of it.
Oh, and he's articulating too. Oh my God, that is a beautiful action. Oh my gosh, dude.
So if I was gonna spend some bread, this would be what I'd spend it on. Oh, here's your guy right here.
Darth Sidious. Hell yeah.
It's only 270 bones.
Oh, just for that? That's a steal. That's a steal. Oh my God. No way. So I have some of the
yeah, like look at the detail on that though. That's insane.
I know.
Crazy.
There were some action figures that were from a Japanese animator guy that I got, but they were not articulating. They were more like statue. Here. They're right here. Like I have these two, for instance, where it's like Obi-Wan Kenobi, and it's super detailed, but it doesn't articulate.
Yeah.
And then same with your boy Anakin.
Oh, I remember those.
Yeah, these are sick. And I have another one that is Vader as he's flying as he's flying off those steps in Empire Strikes Back. Flying. You know what I mean.
Hey Dana.
Yo.
Before Zane starts talking about the comic, because I want to deep dive on that. So I'm reading I Jedi right now. I'm almost done, and I'm loving how it's kind of rewriting the Jedi Academy trilogy, which is not a fun piece of Legends material in my opinion. I love me some Corran Horn, and I'm ready to get into it. But
that dude,
what is your favorite piece of post Return of the Jedi Legends material, or like your favorite book or favorite arc or story moment or what?
It's easy to. Are you talking to me or Zane?
Yeah, because I'm talking to you because you stopped right after.
I started the Bong War, and that was it. Like the first book of the Bong War, and I was done. I took a break, and then in the next year, that's when shit got sold. There's a couple. I'd be amiss if I didn't say of course, the Thrawn trilogy, right, is up there. But if there was a book that for me and my personality and my love for Star Wars and how the characters need each other, those characters, Luke needs his sister needs Han needs Chewie needs 3PO. 3PO need, like, they all have this they cannot exist, they must coexist. And so, that in mind, there are two books that I saw this. The first was The Courtship of Leia. When I came across this book, I was like, shit, I don't want to read no damn loves. Like, I was not looking forward to it, but it was the next book in the chronological order. And so I'll sit down and read Kathy, whatever her name, I can't remember her last name, the author, and read this. One of the best things I'd ever read in fiction when it came to my view of what I just explained. She captured that perfectly. And if you've read it, you understand what I'm saying. If you haven't, F you, read it. The second is, and it's up, I don't have a favorite, but it is the series, the Rogue Squadron series. You see Wedge's struggle. Like, he's just a badass in the movies, right? But freaking Wedge is a badass in the books too, like, from an honor, and it's not about the glory. It's more about, if I can get out of here with even a scar and I've saved all these other people, it's worth it. Like, I just all about Wedge. Karan Horn is in the Rogue Squadron. It's so good, man. That and the way those two authors worked together to make the 6-book series, I think it was, happen. Amazing. So, long story short, I could keep going, but we'll stop. The Rogue Squadron series, Chef's Kiss, and The Courtship of Leia. There, I'm done. Have you read any of those?
Yeah.
Which ones? All of them?
No, I haven't read. I haven't read any of the Rogue Squadron books. I wanted to. I'm really trying to not speed run, but get to NJO as quick as I can. And then because I know, like, the last technically, like, Rogue Squadron book is at like the end of Legends. But I'm also waiting for all of them to be re-released in the Essential Legends collection, which I think they might be. The first 6 might be close to finishing up. I like the bigger, like, normal size books compared to the mass paperback personally. I mean, I know on some of the Legends material, like, I'm not going to be able to get that, but on some of the, I guess, key stories that they think are key or popular stories, they've kind of re-released. But no, I'm kind of speed running as much as I can to.
Do you Kindle them, or, like, for the ones that you're kind of just pounding through, do you get them a little cheaper? Like, I mean, I don't know, or you still appreciate the larger?
No, I'll buy the ones that I actually really read. I'll buy the physical copy and read the whole thing.
Gotcha.
I'm not gonna read. It's like a pseudo trilogy. It's like I'm not gonna read, but once I get to NJO, I may go back and read it. I'm just gonna, like, Wikipedia, like, Children of the Jedi and Darksaber.
Those are good. Oh, Darksaber. Oh, so good. Oh, and then Crystal. That's the
Crystal
other one.
Star or something.
Crystal Star. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm thinking about it because Kevin Anderson writes Darksaber, and I just have not been a fan of how he writes personally.
Really?
The Jedi Academy trilogy was a snooze fest.
The which trilogy?
The Jedi Academy trilogy.
Jedi Academy.
That was a snooze fest.
You had to learn who all those folks were, and some of those folks you see later. So I don't know. Yeah, I can see that. I enjoyed that trilogy. Yeah. Crystal, iJedi, or not iJedi. Wait, you just said it. What were the 3? Shit.
Oh, Children of the Jedi, Dark Saber, and then
Darksaber,
Crystal
and then
Star.
yeah.
I mean,
I
I'm thinking
enjoyed
about it. I'm thinking about it. I, I don't know. Kevin Anderson's really just kind of. I don't know if I could sit through another one of his books personally.
Put that
I
on
don't.
Audible.
I don't. Yeah. I don't. I don't like the way he writes Luke in a lot of ways, but it's early. It was kind of early Luke, so I guess there's because I think he does some stuff in the Vong War, but I appreciate his passion,
Mm-hmm.
but I think he spreads his stories too thin, in my opinion. There's just a lot going on, and there's a lot of I didn't like in the Jedi Academy trilogy how like Luke gets decapitated by what's his name? The young guy.
I don't remember.
Han's friend. What is his name? Oh, geez, the young guy. Oh my God, what is his name, bro?
I don't know. Our lore master's like checked out over there.
Exar Kun's
Apprentice or possessed?
pseudo apprentice, whatever he was.
Dang it.
Oh, what is his name, bro? What is his? It's gonna be just some basic name too, and I'm gonna be really mad at myself for not knowing it.
Jedi Bob.
Keldroma?
Kip Duran.
Kip Duran. That's right. Oh, Kip.
Like bro like comes in and just like murks Jedi Master Luke Skywalker, and then I gotta go sit through Han and Leia like dicking around on some spice planet or something like we're in Dune, and I'm like, this is the Jedi Academy trilogy, brother. What are we doing? Like, you know what I'm saying?
There were some cool moments though in there because if I'm not mistaken, it was on Yavin 4, right, where they created that, and there was a lot of moments that I think were very much your Luke. In those
oh yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, the Jedi lore stuff, like
so good. Yeah,
like prequel era was
and
so dope.
That's where we see like where they're isn't that where they're talking about Porkins and all those cats writing their name or etching their names into the wall? It was in that trilogy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was on because the old Jedi temple on Yavin is where he had his that's right, academy.
Mm-hmm. And I Jedi Karan Horn actually like lived like that's his like room where they all etch their names into the wall.
Okay. Dude, it's been 20 plus years, but thanks. I need to go back and I'll listen to him. I won't read him, but I'll listen to him again.
I love iJedi because I like it from the first person perspective. It's just super interesting to get his thoughts. And
Karan Horn took two TIE fighters on his ass out of the second Death Star. If you guys don't know this out there, you probably do because you're Star Wars fans. But Karan Horn was piloting the A-wing that whenever Wedge said split them up, and maybe we could take some, or not Wedge. Lando in the Falcon says split up, maybe take some of them with you, and you see the guy say, whatever, and yes, I got it, and he takes off to the right. That was Karan Horn. And he took two TIE fighters with him. Like, so he is a hero of the rebellion, man. Like,
bro, and the Corellian Jedi lore that they're dropping in this is
I know,
so dope, bro.
I know,
so dope,
dude. The Corellian stuff, period. Like with Han's, blood stripes, all these things. Like you don't even know until it's fleshed out in the expanded universe. Like it's so. I'm sorry, she's. In Legends, there's just so much richness to all this stuff, man.
But low key though, it's still out there. Like
I know, but
I mean, we can still appreciate it on some level, in the fact that like, yeah, we have the established canon or whatever, but like we have this really cool like Elseworlds type deal with Star Wars that we're still allowed to consume, and we can consume, and I mean, it's what we had. I mean, it's kind of it kind of has the maker's blessing in a way to a certain extent. Maybe not everything, but there's very few people I think that had a hand to play in that material that didn't have some level of love for Star Wars just from a pure
Yeah.
fan perspective,
Agreed.
And George clearly liked it because he was taking some ideas from it for
Oh,
his
he
own.
loved the Mara Jade stuff. He loved the Darth Talon stuff. Okay, okay, I'm just gonna fucking say it. Like, hello, strong women leads in Star Wars. They have existed. They've always existed. They will continue to exist without you having to make it a freaking thing. It was natural. It worked. I loved having oh my gosh, what was that chick's name? Oh my god, the chick. They were brother and sister Twi'leks on Ryloth, and I don't remember the name of the book.
Oh, bro, I know who you're talking
Yes,
about.
and she was, I
Oh.
can't remember her name. Freaking amazing character. Again, female character in Star Wars that don't have bull. It's
Bro.
all over the freaking.
Bro, Karan Horn's wife, Mirax, whatever her name
Yeah.
is. Like, I mean, bro, like, what are we talking about here?
Sabine, yes, kind of. But how about the
Rebel
Shan
Sabine.
family? Not the Shan patriarchy, because you didn't see that, was it? No, it was all the females of that family that were freaking badasses. Again,
Dude, Jaina Solo was literally gonna have her own trilogy, like before Disney took over. She was like what they call her, the Sword of the Jedi or something. Like, dope as fuck.
dude, I mean, come on. You have a perfectly wonderful piece of material where a moon crashes onto a planet, like, and kills Han's son. Like, you can't, like, sorry, kills Chewie, who's saving Han's son. I cried. I know I'm a big baby anyway. Don't play Field of Dreams. It's over. I cried laying there reading this, like, and Zane's mother looked over me. It's like, what are you reading? Star Wars?
Dana, you have got
Chewie
to watch.
just died.
You have got to watch Dragon Ball Z, bro. There's
Chewie
so
just
much.
died, babe. I
There's-
don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, it
There's
was
so
bad.
there's so much stuff in there, dude. It's so right up your alley,
Are you serious? Dragon Ball. We keep talking about it. I'm gonna
bro.
have to.
You've got
Just watch
it's-
like a summary of Dragon Ball.
yeah.
Because that show, I'm sorry, it's really slow and not worth your time specifically.
It's very old, very outdated, but still
But
plays a.
the Kai is what I
Okay. No, like, we should probably have a let's go back in time episode, but I will tell you, Battle for the Planets is one of my absolute favorite anime shows. It was back in the 70s when it was released, and it holds today. I think it was Saban's Eagle Riders is what they called it here in the US for a while. After it was called, I think, G-Force before that. But yeah, Battle for the Planets. You can watch all the episodes on YouTube. I've seen them, and they are kind of slow. I mean, it's old school anime, so it's you know what I'm saying. Good though, good story, because that's what it was back then. Anyway, I want to see some Star Wars animation in that style. Because I feel like using the Force would dictate some animation of like,
We've had similar, and that was
and some of that stuff was in the Clone Wars
2002.
animated series, not the Clone Wars. The Clone Wars animated series. Was it 5 or 10, whatever, those 5 episodes or whatever.
That was so. I love watching that growing up.
Oh, awesome. Dirge. The
Bro,
fuck is
Mace
that
was
guy?
Crazy.
Holy cow!
Mace Windu's literally a freaking superhero, bro.
Dude.
He's taking out super battle droids with his bare hands.
100%.
Oh my god.
Bro's like,
Dude.
bro's-
Well, and then he
And
just
I
gets
loved
tired, he finishes them
I
all.
ain't ashamed. I loved every stinking minute of it, man. It was so fun.
just the
And that
dramatic,
was
like,
probably your introduction to Star Wars for real, Zane, because you were too young. We didn't take you to Phantom Menace. We didn't take you to Clone. I don't think we took you even to. Well, we couldn't take you to Phantom Menace. You weren't even
Exactly.
a part of creation yet.
Probably couldn't you couldn't have taken me to Attack of the Clones either.
And I know I didn't take you. You were a kid, because that was when I
Yeah.
almost shit myself watching.
Did you didn't take me to see Clone Wars? I think you took Madison, right?
I took Madison to see Clone Wars, where we meet Snips, and
Yeah, R.I.P. That movie was not good.
it was terrible.
It was so bad.
bro, in the 2D Clone Wars, and Anakin walks up to his starfighter and just like throws his like cape off, and he's just like standing like bro, this is so
so
over
good.
dramatic, but so funny, so hilarious.
And so Anakin.
Oh yeah, that Anakin for sure.
Oh,
You ever notice the little tidbit when Anakin gets knighted in that show? How every member of the Jedi Council is there except for one individual. You'll never guess who it is.
Yoda. I don't know.
No, it's the
It's
obvious
Windu.
answer who it is. It's Mace. He's not there. There's like a little blank like space like in between like
Do you
Yoda.
think, and I don't know, maybe this is fleshed out in some novelization somewhere. Do you think he had a little streak of jealousy about how badass he was, and he knew how badass he was, but yet there was all this fawning over Anakin?
Anakin's like, I think his inner dragon or whatever they compare it to in like the Revenge of the Sith novelization. Like I think he tells Obi-Wan that, and like it, because they extend every scene in like that novelization. Like he tells Obi-Wan like, Mace is jealous of me because he's not the youngest to do X. Like I'm the the prodigy, right? Like Mace was the prodigy before Anakin, and I think he tells Obi-Wan that, and Obi-Wan's like, "Stop it, Anakin. That's not why he hates you."
That's not why he hates it, because you're a little shit.
Yeah. But you need to listen to the audiobook of that. That's such a good read.
Yeah. I've got like 11 credits expiring. I gotta do something with them. So okay, let's again, we are off script because I'm trying so hard not to. Novelizations. Would you say that it would be worth me using my free credits on Audible for the novelizations of all 9 movies? Well, no, you're gonna say not those last 3, but for the other movies, is it worth it?
Rise of Skywalker, the book was really pretty good.
I haven't listened to the sequel trilogy ones. I mean, I'm sure they probably could be better than the movie because they're probably able to flesh out a lot of things. But I will say, if you were like, if Star Wars vanished tomorrow and we were never able to find any content for it, you will have missed out not listening to Revenge of the Sith novelization. Out of all the
12
movies,
hours long.
you'll have missed out not listening to that. Even if you go, I think it's Bun's Books on YouTube. He has like a lot of the key important moments from the movies like clipped on YouTube. Even listening to that is better than not having listened to it at all.
I'm logging into Audible right now, man. I gotta find this. I gotta do this, and I'll start it tomorrow.
Well, I mean that's gonna be one where you're like, all right, I literally know how all of this plays out, but I wanna keep listening to it because, like, the Palpatine speech is extended and so much better. Like it, and it's still arguably really good in the movie, but like it's so good.
What is this Star Wars Mace Windu, the Glass Abyss?
Is that some new Mace book they're putting out?
Oh, 10/15/24. It's got 4 stars.
Mm.
Sorry, I just went there and just did, Okay.
On
okay.
on that, I have to make sure you buy the right one that with the right guy that narrates the book.
Dude, pop it into chat on behalf of so that everyone can see when they watch this. And we'll also put it down in the description later. For the two people, which is probably Zane and Cam watching, thank you.
You're welcome.
No, we've had a couple people join for a little while. Sidebar, who knows how to like just take one of these videos of ours and quickly find clips of us being silly and having a good time that could be shared. I don't know how to do that. I think I want to get an intern so I don't have to pay them, but they can get experience in store credit or something. I don't know. Store credit where our store's still shut down because I haven't done anything with the new logo. We find it? I was burning time. I was burning. Speaking of burning.
Yeah, you want to get the one that's I think it's the only one actually, so that's good. You want to get the one that's narrated by Jonathan Davis. I'm texting it to you, and I'm gonna put it in the chat too.
Ooh, you're texting him.
By Matthew Stover, narrated by Jonathan Davis.
Yes, sir.
13 hours and 39 minutes, Star Wars Book of 19.
Yes, sir.
5 for 1 credit. Confirm your purchase. We're good.
Ow.
All right,
Ow.
dude. I'll start.
Ow.
Wow.
Ow.
Done. All right, I'll listen to that. I don't want to copy a link, but I'll listen.
Ow.
Okay, I'm down to 10 credits available.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, little bee. I'm a little bee. Oh, you see that flower over there? It's looking so nice. I think ooh, that stamen. I think I'll go suck on that stamen.
Bro.
I'm quoting the freaking show.
Get this Diddy guy out of here, bro. We got a Fed in here. Bro, get this guy out.
Get this Diddy guy out of here.
Get this Diddy guy out.
Get this Diddy guy out.
What the hell? What?
Hey guys, I don't want to pull a Debbie, man, but I'm pretty sleepy.
Okay. Are you dying, man? Are you dying? Oh shit!
You're a little sleepy as well.
Man, I don't even know what just happened to my feed here on the TikToks. Okay, we're good. What are we at? 9:23. Yeah, we'll do this last topic and we'll roll out after that. So,
Autobots, roll out.
Roll out.
I don't think that first Transformers movie gets enough credit for how fucking sick that movie was.
The live action one?
Bro, so
no.
Okay.
Animated 1980. That one.
Let mercy come.
The Shia LaBeouf ones weren't bad. What was it, the first 3? They were okay.
Yeah, so dope. I remember watching that with my dad. I was so hype. Bro's lagging out. Look at him.
Should I listen? Should I watch the new one? The one?
Oh, yeah.
One
That
Transformers
one was really
1?
good. I liked it a lot.
It's good.
Is that on Netflix?
I think it's on Paramount.
Disney. I don't know. Paramount, maybe. I don't know.
I think it's Paramount.
Oh, it's on
Amazon.
Netflix,
Either way, it doesn't
I've got
matter.
Netflix.
Apparently, if you pay for Prime, it doesn't matter. You still get commercials now. So F you,
It's on
all of
Paramount.
you.
Nah, bro, you gotta pay. You gotta pay $3.24 a month.
I'm so tired of that shit.
But Dana, but then guess what? You can literally just like watch a 30-second ad at the first start of your show, but you don't have to deal with any in between.
This broadcast brought to you with limited interruption by Ram Trucks. Come on.
You ever had that feeling of a ram?
All right. Next week, this is going to be our let's chat a minute before we talk about next week, because this will lead into next week's. By next week, we will have watched episode 1 of Skeleton Crew, so we will have some time to talk about that.
And 2.
Well, we would have had to watch episode 2 yesterday or sometime today. And if we have not, I don't want to be the spoiler on the day after. So
No, episode 2 comes out already. Like they released 1 and 2 together.
oh, so we could be an episode behind every week.
Mm-hmm.
We could. Okay. Either way, if there's nothing in the episode to talk about, I'm not gonna freaking talk about it. So
Whoa!
whatever.
Whoa!
If Dr. Dana has spoken, popular. So let's talk. I want to go back to Skeleton Crew real quick. Jude Law, Carrie-Anne Moss on the interview trail. Did you see anything by her for the Acolyte?
She was only in like.
Whoa, wait, hold on. How much? Because I think she was actually in half or more of the episodes.
Dude, do we really have to talk about this, man?
Well, I'm getting to this. To the point here.
I'm so tired about yapping about this show. Yeah,
I'm not tired. I'm bringing this up as the reference point, as the baseline. She is a respected actress in Hollywood. She's a respected actress by critics and a respected actress by fans. I don't remember any bullshit during her pre-tour. I don't even remember a single interview. So let's leave that as the baseline. Jude Law. Have we seen anything from Jude Law about this show?
No, sir.
I think so.
Have we seen anything from any press tour about this show? I'm being honest here. Like, I need to understand why I haven't seen a damn thing about this show.
They're keeping it
No
hidden,
press
brother.
tours, no, sound clips, sound bites being spread about. Nothing. And the show was yesterday, and I don't see the internet blowing up at all. I don't see any chatter, really.
Everyone's disappointed with Acolyte, and so they just stopped caring.
Do you think we're at the point where we're just like, F it, whatever we get, whatever? Like, we're the penguins in Happy Feet in the prison getting just thrown fish?
I think there's just a few people, man, that are just probably waiting for a few episodes to come out. So, I mean, God forbid it's good, then you're waiting week by week, whereas then you can just wait like 4 or 5 more weeks, and you're gonna be able to binge watch the whole show.
I swear to God, you sound like there might be people actually taking a rational approach to watching the show.
I did it with the Penguin. We still hadn't watched the Penguin, and that's probably gonna be the best show all year. That's at least in circles that
Do I have to watch some other shit before I watch the Penguin?
No, Batman's not in that. I mean, I think if you've seen the Batman, then
I've seen the Batman.
Then you're good for the Penguin. I think
once.
I love that movie, personally.
Here's my I'm salty. This isn't a DC show, and I don't care. I'm salty because I never got Terry McGinnis in a live action. I'm pissed. Batman Beyond was my absolute favorite, and I was a huge Batman animated series, the first run in the late '90s.
I'm finna piss you off so bad.
Don't piss me. Don't tell me you hate that. I mean, Terry.
First off, I love Batman Beyond. I'm fixing to make you so mad.
Do you have a Terry McGinnis action figure? If you do, I'm gonna lose my shit.
No, it's not that. Okay. I'm gonna make you so mad, Zane. You know what I'm talking about? The concept for the Spider-Verse guys. Dana, you're fixing to be so pissed off. So some of the guys behind Spider-Verse pitched a Batman Beyond film to oh shit, hold on.
What the hell? Never seen two boys do so much whacking.
This was the concept art they took to Warner Brothers.
Yeah, I can barely see that.
Hold on. There we go. It finally switched.
The concept. Well, I mean, it looks like Batman Beyond. What?
Yeah, but this is like the guys that did those really successful animated Spider-Man movies. We're gonna take the same art style and all that and do Batman Beyond. And Warner Brothers said no.
Shut your pie hole.
They did.
Yeah.
What the
They
is wrong with them?
they
Dude,
said
that
no.
opening was exactly.
They're allergic to money. It's okay.
Yeah.
Listen. I am not. I'm a Marvel guy. Okay. However,
There's absolutely no way we can do a Beyond movie.
why?
You're an idiot, James Gunn. Respectfully.
I don't know. Again, Batman the animated series. That was the first one was
Banger.
Like, we never saw anything like that. And I'm at college, whatever, when that comes out. So it's, peak, booze and weed watching. It was awesome. And then we have freaking Batman Beyond. Are you kidding me? I was like, what is this BS? What is it? Old man, crusty. Who is the what?
Have you did you see Return of the Joker, the movie they did for
Yes!
that one? Bro,
Yes!
that one, that's like
insane!
one of the best animated movies of all time. All time.
Oh my god. Yes. No, and I was in college, friends with a girl whose mother worked in one of the WB headquarters whatever in Dallas at that time, for whatever that LOB was, comics or whatever. So like I got some like free shit that was like, here, we'll just give you shit to, swag or whatever. And it was like Batman Beyond stuff. I was like, this is amazing. What do you mean you're just giving this shit away? It's because at the time it did not hit the way they thought it would. There was only, I think, 2 seasons.
No, it was 3. It was
Three,
just dark. It was dark, man. Like
it was, and I don't think they were ready for it. I don't think the consumer in general was ready for it. Me being the libertarian I was, even at that age, I was totally ready. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, this show was hard to watch from in the opening credits and all the things in the music and this flashing, they flash all this stuff and it's wars and it's terrible. It's apathy, like the word apathy, and it's just all these things. This show encompassed the antithesis of what the 80s and 90s of excess was. It was, this is what this will lead to, and these people, these raves that you're in with these, whatever, and then here come the new Joker, whatever's in that episode. You know what I'm talking about? Like, oh, this is where we are heading. And when you say it was dark, that's what triggered in my head. Was I'm a 20-something-year-old college kid watching this show, realizing, holy shit, there are really messed up people in this world that potentially in the future, these people aren't going to be able to be restrained. We see this right now, Menendez brothers and whatever. I'm not trying to get myself sued or shut up. I'm just saying they admitted they killed their folks. Why? And like, these are things that when you're growing up in your 20s in college, you just don't really think are going to happen, potentially could happen, or like, are you kidding me? No. I've lived my life in this little bubble, and now there's this outside bit. Sorry to go Dr. Dana on you guys, but that show created in me a different view of what some of these things within our government and whatever can lead to. And in the case we saw in that show, even military control of cities, it was so dark. So I didn't mean to steal your thunder there, brother. I just lost my shit, because that's exactly the way I felt about that show, and exactly why I liked it, because it felt real.
Mm-hmm. No,
as an animated show, it felt real.
I'm fixing to do a rewatch, man. Like, I love probably one of my favorite things that Mark Hamill has ever done is be the voice of the Joker. And Batman Beyond Return of the Joker, when Tim Drake transforms at the final fight, when they find out, like, spoilers, sorry.
Yeah.
That he's got the thing, and like he starts laughing, and the voice actor, it goes into Mark Hamill's like laughing, like it's so dope. Like, everything about that show. If you haven't seen it, you don't need to be. You say animated and people get turned off. Like, you could be any age and have a good time watching that
Look,
show
and
because
here's the
it's that
gem
real
of it,
shit, man. It's that real shit.
If you subscribe to the HBO Max, the Max, whatever that is DC World, guys. And if you don't, I mean, everything from the Batman Beyond, Mask of the Phantasm, Red Hood, all these DC movies in the 2000s were off the freaking charts good. Sorry, Marvel. Sorry, Disney. You guys missed the boat on these. Dark, gritty, and I'm not talking Snyder dark, and I'm not talking about not director cut Snyder. I'm not talking about how dark those other movies are. Director cut Snyder is not so dark. But these are very good films. The stuff with Superman and his death and all, like, just go to HBO Max or whatever that streaming service and check it out, because all the stuff we've just talked about is all on there right now. And it's so good. And yeah, Batman Beyond, it's worth a rewatch. If you haven't watched it, watch it. So this is kind of the wrap up. I'm glad we kind of can move into let's close out the show, because in a few minutes we'll be in Discord watching having a live watch party of Skeleton Crew. I forgot where I was going. Oh, so Sith, right? When you look at things like where the world was within the Batman Beyond series, it was dystopian-ish for about half the population. It was all right for about a quarter of the population, and then for another small, say 15% of the population, it was really good. And I understand what they were trying to do and say there. If you don't understand economics and you don't understand human history. What I dug about that was it was in the background as potential reasons for or explanations for, not excuses for. The show, all the shows in that DC. I don't know who writes all those, and I'm sure it's multiple writers. I'm just not into the animated stuff with Disney or with DC to know who those players are. But it's written so well. You can relate to it wherever you're at in the plane of your life. Oh shit, that's me right there, that character. It's just so well done, so well written, so relatable that from a Sith perspective, you can see, yeah, Batman's not. He would not be a Jedi. Terry McGinnis would not be a Jedi. Superman probably be a Jedi.
Bruce Timm did a lot of those animated series.
Yeah, all the Mask and Red Hood, and I loved all that because of the Robin tie-ins and some of that too. So good. Anyways, to tie it back to the Sith, we've talked a lot tonight about toys and the show and all the things, but listen, from a Sith perspective, understand that if you want something, go get it. So if Kathleen Kennedy wants to control this and run it into the ground, then she's gonna do it. She has the power, she has the competency to do that, the incompetency to run a successful company or line of business. But what are you gonna do about it, right? So it's from the dark side. I'm not going to sit here and just whine about it. I'm going to either not watch the show, not buy the toys, how many thousands of dollars do you think I've spent on toys alone in Star Wars universe, Zane? I can't even tell you. You too, Cam, I'm sure. Like, I can't even tell you. It's ridiculous and it's stupid and it's frivolous, but who cares? Because it makes me happy. Okay? And that is a Sith perspective. What is it that's going to make you get to the point that you want to get to the quickest, the easiest, the quickest path, the easiest paths to the dark side? Yeah, no shit. And a lot of that stuff is written, a lot of that stuff in the DC world in that period. What did you say that author was, or that you think wrote most of those shows?
Who? For the Batman shows?
Yeah.
I think it's Bruce Timm and Paul Dino, I think, did a lot of those. Paul Dini, yeah.
So hats off to them for writing something and taking a risk and being gritty. And I kudos to WB for owning that IP and doing with it what Batman should be. Because even in Batman Beyond, he's who he should be at that age, a crotchety old jerk. And that's what Revan would have been if he didn't hook up with one of them Shan women.
R.I.P. to Kevin Conroy, man. R.I.P.
Man, I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kevin
Voice of my childhood, right there. Rest in peace.
roll out.
R.I.P.
Or, no, not roll out. Kevin
roll out.
Conroy was Batman. Did he do some Superman voicings too? No, just Batman. Just Batman.
Yeah, it's mostly just Batman. I mean, if I'm saying is, if you're an active gamer in chat and you have not played any of the Arkham games, you have missed out on probably the best Batman content we will ever get in this lifetime.
I played Arkham Asylum. Is that the name of a game? One of them? Arkham Asylum. I played that on Xbox. It was awesome. The story was good. The mechanics were a little but it was fun. Getting to be that. You know who Terry McGinnis is? He's Peter Parker, but with a guide.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
And with that, we're gonna close next week.
That's a take right there. All right, GG's guys. We're I'm sleepy and want to go to bed.
Oh my goodness. I had just thought, okay, so next week, not quite sure the direction we're going to take. I might reach out Oak and Sabers if you catch us on the audio or here. I think I'm going to reach out to you guys, see if we can have you guys go through a couple of your products just for about 5 minutes, and then we'll talk more city stuff. I want to talk video games next week. So I have an assignment for you two, and this is recorded. So the next episode, I know. I'm not turning into Pooba. I promise. This is easy.
This dude's got doctor in front of his name. He's out here giving homework, man. I'm a grown ass man.
You're a grown ass man. It's your choice to be here. So because you're here, the assignment is your favorite Star Wars game. Why? What platform? How many times you played it through? Those are your assignments. What it is? What? Don't tell me now.
How many pages?
Next week we're gonna.
How many pages do you want?
Okay. We're gonna talk about it next week. Your favorite Star Wars game, and the reason is Steam will be running those, and what's the Humble Bundle? They'll be running these promos here in the next few weeks where you can get like all the Star Wars games for $30 or whatever. Or in Steam, right? Like you already own all of them, but these two that are now available, here's $10 and you get the other two added. So I want to talk a little bit about video games, city type stuff. We'll touch on some things like the Sam Witwood. Oh, what is that? Shit. Force Unleashed, which was a fantastic game. We'll talk about Dash Rendar. We'll talk about them old school Jedi Academy Jedi games. It'll be fun. So coming into next week, we'll talk about video games. Your assignments are favorite Star Wars video game, why, and how many hours you've played through, you think?
How many pages?
Don't do pages. All right.
I'm not writing
Anything
shit.
else, you guys? What do you guys got going on? What'd you say? You ain't writing shit. Don't write shit. Just bring your brain. That's all you got.
I'm over here yapping.
I could do that right now. But
okay, well, don't do it now because I'm trying to stop in 1 minute because I want to.
I'm so tired. I just want to take a shower and go to bed.
Listen, anything else you guys got? No. What do you got? You got a show this week? Next week?
This Friday, I'm playing in San Marcos at Zelix, right? It's from 6 to 9, and then December 27th, I'm playing at Hudson's on Mercer Street in Dripping Springs, Texas. It's about $10. Just don't get those 2 Red Bulls at the gas station, and that's it.
When is that single dropping? Okay, great. Cam, don't go to sleep. Anyone listening outside of the next 2 hours, know that you can always go to our link tree and get to our Discord server. We would love to have you. We do things like this all the time. After Dark is every single solitary week. And yeah, we're going to watch the Skeleton Crew episode 1 tonight. You guys, thank you. This was a great show. Debbie, we missed you. Absolutely, we missed you. I could have used you for a couple of things.
Holiday
clearly.
special.
The holiday special being one of them. Anyhow, remember, kids, peace is a lie. There is only passion. Thank you all for joining and taking care of the poll as well. We'll see you guys. Good night.